After the blockbuster release of Red-Headed Stranger in 1975 came the Sound in Your Mind. I can relate to that. I got a lot of sounds in my mind. Oof. His second release on Columbia, 1976, The Sound in Your Mind. Then we had The Troublemaker in 1976. In 1977, To Lefty from Willie. Gotta click on this one. I'm assuming Lefty Frizzell. His 21st studio album. So this album sat in the vaults at Columbia until 77. Tribute album to fellow country singer Lefty Frizzell. Hence, To Lefty from Willie. Here's the track listing: Mom and Dad's Waltz, Look What Thoughts Will Do, I Love You 1,000 Ways, Always Late with Your Kisses, I Want to Be With You Always, She's Gone, 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 A Little Unfair, just a little unfair. Not too much, but you were a little unfair. You were just a little unfair. I never go around mirrors. I'm just tired of cracking them, you know what I'm saying? I never go around mirrors. Great title. That's the Way Love Goes. Railroad Lady, a Jerry Jeff Walker and Jimmy Buffett song. That's got to be a good one. Railroad Lady. And there's a bonus track. You Got the Money, I Got the Time. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Let's go. You got the money, I got the time. Let's go. Let's do this. Then we have in 1978, Waylon and Willie. Wow, 78. Willie and Waylon. Waylon and Willie. Released in 1978 by RCA. It stayed at number 1 on the country album charts for 10 weeks and would spend a total of 126 weeks on the country charts. This was a big album. Love, love, love the artwork on this album here. Again, 1978 on RCA. By 78, we all know Jennings and Nelson had attained country music superstar status. Waylon had 3 #1 country albums in a row, and his most recent was Old Waylon in 77. Included what turned out to be the biggest hit single of Waylon's career, Lukenbach, Texas. Back to the Basics of Love. Yep, we knew Red-Headed Stranger was a big hit. Okay, so Waylon and Willie, that looked like that was a big one. Then of course came Stardust again in the spring of 78, Stardust. I have to click on this one. So Stardust is the 22nd studio album by Willie, released in 78. It has 10 songs on the album. Consists entirely of pop standards that Nelson picked from among his favorites. He asked Booker T. Jones, who was his neighbor in Malibu at the time, to arrange a version of Moonlight in Vermont. He was so impressed by the work on Moonlight in Vermont that he asked him to produce the entire album. Smart man. Fair play, Booker T. Nelson's decision to record such well-known tracks was controversial at Columbia because he had distinguished himself in the outlaw country genre. Again, man, this is just Willie flexing his bona fides as an artist. Stop trying to fence me in. Stop it with the labels. So yeah, Columbia was kind of, Willie, Moonlight in Vermont, really? Mr. Country Outlaw? It took them 10 days to record this album. The album Stardust was met with high sales and near universal positive reviews. It peaked at number 1 on Billboard's Top Country Albums and number 30 on the Billboard 200. In Canada, it got all the way to number 1. In 1979, Willie won a Grammy Award for Best Male Country Vocal Performance for the song Georgia on My Mind. Stardust was on the Billboard's country album charts for 10 years, from its release until 1988. Great stuff.